Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my segment. My name is Gurpreet Kaur Mann. I know it's been a minute since I've been live on LinkedIn. So I hope you had a great summer. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know in the comment section if you can see me, if you are, if we are live. Let me know in the comment section. Um, It seems like I haven't been live forever, which is actually true because I don't think I have the last 2, 3 months I have not been live and I've been concentrating on more on LinkedIn audio events. And then I kind of took the whole month of August off. So I'm back. If you missed me, thank you for missing me. I know a lot of people messaged me and were wondering where I went. But I'm back. I am going to be dedicating to doing LinkedIn Lives, doing different um, formats of my content. So we will have LinkedIn Live, we will have LinkedIn audio events. Audio events are just easier to do, regardless where I am. I don't have to worry about how I look. I just have to show up. So I am going to continue doing a lot of LinkedIn audio events as well. You can follow me on YouTube channel as well called GKM Coaching, where you can get all the replays of all the LinkedIn lives I've ever done. There's tons of videos and how-to on job search as well. So to kick off the segment, feel free to please introduce yourself. Let me know who you are, where you're tuning in from. Just write those comments below because I love to see who's tuned in, who's listening. Nishant, yes. Hermit Ball, good. Yes, good morning, good morning. Hi, Sartaj. Hi, welcome to my segment. So today I want to talk about how to successfully navigate the fall hiring season. So if you already don't know, we are approaching fall hiring season come September 21st, 22nd. We're going to run into fall. Typically speaking, what really happens during, after back to school, it's actually back to work, meaning back to hiring. A lot of companies, we see a whole spike in hiring for various reasons. One is because July, August is where kids are off. A lot of people are using that time for downtime, travel, summer break, and focusing just kind of on summer. Not to say that companies don't hire during summer months, they do. They tend to be a little bit slower unless they have a super need, then they will, right? The other reason why we see a spike in come September, October in hiring is simply September is the last month for quarter 3 and October is the beginning of quarter 4. So companies are reevaluating their budgets to see what budget they still have available, what they've used, how much is still available, and then kind of make the hiring decisions based on if they have budgets, right? And that's where the reassessments coming in quarter 3, beginning of quarter 4, which again plays right into the fall, September, October. A lot of times companies have a lot of more wiggle room in their budgets near the end of quarter 3 and beginning of quarter 4. So they want to utilize that budget before the end of the year. So that is why fall is the optimum time. And we call this in the recruitment industry is hiring season. I've been talking about this for a couple of months now, how you can capitalize on this fall hiring season to land your next job opportunity. So I was posting some series and I was doing LinkedIn audios events on this, on how you can capitalize on it. But today I'm going to do a LinkedIn live segment where we're going to I'm going to walk you through strategies that you should be utilizing right now to leverage the fall hiring season. So let's go through the steps you can do. But let me hear from you. I want to know, those that are tuning into this LinkedIn live segment, let me know if you're watching live. You can write live. If you're caching the replay, then just simply write #replay. You'll know if you're watching this live because it'll say live. And then if you're watching the replay, it will say previously live. So that's what you need to watch out for. Don't be shy to say good morning, hi, hello, write those comments down. Next thing I want to know is who here today that is listening to this segment is actually ready for looking for a new job opportunity? You want to find your next job opportunity. Who is right now looking for a job opportunity? Let me know in the comment section. So I want to just get a feel of how many people that are actually tuned in live or watching the replay are actually ready to land those job opportunities right now. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Belinda's watching live. Thank you. Welcome here. Live. Great. Okay. So we have a lot of people watching live. I would love to know those that are watching live right now with me. If you're looking for a job right now, tell me in the comment section if you are currently in the process of looking for a new job. Maybe you've been looking for a couple of months now. So let me know in the comment section if you're looking for a job opportunity and how many months have you already been looking? Because today I want to really help you leverage the hiring season, which is right now. Fall is the optimum hiring season. Job market is always fire. I have spoken to a lot of my recruiter friends who are always busy September, October. It's like their busiest months throughout the entire year. September, October is so busy for recruiters in recruitment agency because it is known as the hiring season. It's like, again, the Q3 is closing and Q4 is beginning. So you do have a whole spike in hiring happening right now. So we want to leverage this. Nikhil is saying, looking for a job, 6 months. Okay, I'm looking for a job. Great. So we have people in the audience that are looking for a job. So if you tuned in to the segment, chances are you are looking for a job. So how can we optimize our job search so that we start landing interviews? Number one thing I want to highlight is we got to understand the market. The job market shifted and we're in what I like to call employer's market, meaning there are a lot more candidates looking for a job than jobs available. But that doesn't mean there's a shortage of jobs. Just want to highlight that. There are no shortage of jobs, but if you are applying to jobs online, you just are in an employer's market where you're competing with thousands of people. So that's something really important to understand because that will be the key factor in your success of your job search. Okay. We have people saying 1 month, looking for a job. Recently, I've done my post-graduation diploma in web development, but I have no experience. Great. Okay. Glad you did your diploma, and welcome to my segment. Also, I want to highlight, if you have any questions, feel free to type them below in the comment section, and I will be answering them as I go through my segment today. So type your questions. Don't wait until the last minute to ask me a question. As questions are arising, drop them in the comment section. Okay, so first thing, as I explained, is understanding that you are in an employer's market, high competition. And the key to success is, how do you stand out from the competition? So how do you stand out from your competition? Standing out from the competition doesn't simply mean let me have the greatest looking resume and then let me beat the applicant tracking system to then I will get an interview. I've been speaking to hundreds and hundreds of career professionals in the last couple of months. I think I've spoken to over thousands of career professionals in the last 2 months. And surprisingly, a lot of people are not aware that not all jobs get posted. And a lot of people are not aware, it kind of just doesn't click in the brain that I'm not the only one applying to the job. So how do I ensure that I get picked for the interview? If we're going to apply to a job online, the goal should be that we get picked for the interview. Okay, so the first step in a successful job search is to land job interviews. If you're not landing job interviews, you're not successful in your job search. Let's just be honest. You can't land job offers without a job interviews, okay? So Other stats I want to cover is not all jobs are posted. Research shows over and over, research has been showing that 20% of all available jobs are posted. 20%. So if you're going on Indeed, you're going on LinkedIn, you're seeing a job posting, you're applying, just know that that only makes up about 20%. And in that 20% that the job market you're playing in, you're dealing with high volume competition. So when you apply to that one job posting, chances of you landing an interview are already against you, meaning you have less than 5% chance that you'll actually land an interview from a job posting. 95% to 96% of the chance you're not going to land an interview. Okay, so for applying to jobs online, like, don't get me wrong, easy thing to do is to know what jobs available, and that's the job postings, right? So we have to have a game plan and strategy. If we're going to apply to a job online, how do I ensure that I'm going to land an interview? Now, picture this for a second. Thousands of people, you're competing with hundreds of thousands of applicants for one single job posting. Companies cannot interview everybody that applies to a job. And this is where the applicant tracking system comes into play. Companies have implemented an applicant tracking system to kind of screen all incoming resumes. And then they kind of do a pre-screening, and some applicant tracking systems like Taleo can actually rank candidates based on how they're matching to the job posting requirements. Okay, so it will match kind of like saying they are matched 90%, 80%. So they're ranking incoming resume, and that's a system like Taleo. So if a company has invested in Taleo and then they've opted for the complete package where the ranking system is available, then that's what, but rest assured, a company will be utilizing that feature. Now it's actually easy to know what applicant tracking systems companies are using because it's always a third party system. When you look at the website URL, when you go to apply for a job, you will see the system's name and then the company name. Okay. So it's really easy to know. But the thing is, you don't want to waste your time to understand how all these applicant tracking systems work, because I'm not saying it's not doable, but that's not where you want to focus your energy, and that's not where you're going to get the greater ROI. The key to a successful job search is to have different strategies for success, right? So here's what you want to do when you're applying to a job online. I'm going to make your life easy regardless of what applicant tracking system the company's using. You want to do one thing. So step one is go to the requirements section and read all the requirements. Okay. And ask yourself and make a check mark of all the requirements you have. If you have, my rule of thumb, this is what I tell my clients to do, and this is why my clients land jobs in 60 days or less. I always tell my clients, if you don't match the requirements 80% or more, don't apply to a job. If your goal is to land an interview, if your goal is to land an interview, then do not apply to a job that where you don't meet 80% of the requirements. Why? Because then your resume is just going to sit in the pile of resumes, and your resume is now in the applicant tracking system. If your goal is to land a job interview, you don't want your resume to just sit in the applicant tracking system. You want your resume to land in front of a human being. Okay. So don't apply to a job that you don't have 80% requirements. Only apply to a job you have 80% requirements. Number 2 step is you want to read the job posting word for word. And then you want to write custom resume for that single one job posting word for word. What should be in your resume and what shouldn't be in your resume, it's right there in front of the screen. Read it. Job posting. Job posting is your biggest clue on how your resume needs to read, what needs to be in it, what doesn't need to be in it, how you're going to land an interview. Okay, step 3 is you want the reader, when it lands in front of a reader, human being, you have 5 seconds to grab attention. So this is where some of cosmetic stuff can really come into play, like what materialistic visualization, presentation of your resume would really, we can use little tools to really grab and capture attention, because you have 5 seconds to grab a reader's attention. Best way to grab a reader's attention is to really make your resume 100% different than what's not on the internet. A lot of times what's happening, majority of people are just using the internet resume templates and using the same generic words that we find all over internet. I'm dynamic, I'm innovative, I'm creative, I'm inspiring, inspired, result driven problem solvers. All these are generic words. You don't want to use a template and then just use that template's wordings. And this is where a lot of people are failing. This is where we can leverage ChatGPT for wording purposes to help us create attention grabbing, impactful words, phrases to help grab the reader's attention. We can use a little bit of graphic designing as well to make your resume look prettier, presentation skills, right? So we grab their attention. Now we want to retain the reader's attention, because we can grab attention doesn't mean we can keep the attention, right? So the goal is to grab attention, keep attention, for them to then do the last step, which is call you for an interview. The goal needs to be they call you for an interview. If that is not happening, I can tell you without a shadow of doubt, 100% the problem is in your resume. So you want to keep data. Keep a track of which jobs you're applying to and how many interviews you're landing. That will give you a good understanding of how your resume is converting into job interviews. Okay, so resume is a key when we're applying to jobs online. Okay, now let's talk about the many other things you could do. A lot of people are not aware that you don't need to apply to a job in order to land a job. Okay, so this is where we can leverage the power of hidden job market. Research shows that 80% of all available jobs are in the hidden job market. Okay, hidden job market. Now, we call this like all jobs are not advertised. We call it the hidden job market. A lot of people right away think of networking. I'm going to tell you, networking isn't the number one way to land jobs in the hidden job market. It is one avenue, but it's not the only avenue. Number one way to access the hidden job market is your LinkedIn profile. It's this platform called LinkedIn. What you want to do is you want to make your LinkedIn profile to be what I call is a job lead magnet. So 24/7, it's working for you to land interviews, land job opportunities. 90% of recruiters have openly said that they turn to LinkedIn when they are hiring, when they're looking for candidates. 90% of recruiters have openly said that when they're dealing with high volume recruitment and fast turnarounds, they're not going to post a job, because that's not the most efficient way to source and find candidates. The most efficient way to source and find candidates for each job that they're working on is to go directly to the candidate, and they leverage LinkedIn to do this. So one of the best way to access the hidden job market is your LinkedIn profile. So it's really, really important that we craft a well-written LinkedIn profiles. We've spent time making our LinkedIn profiles SEO friendly. We want to make sure we have simple cosmetics done on our LinkedIn profiles, from having a great looking LinkedIn picture with your beautiful face, a smile. You want to record your name, how to pronounce your name. You want to have a nice LinkedIn banner. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just simply go to my LinkedIn profile and pretty much mirror what I've done. You want to have a banner, the cover story behind your picture. You want to have a really great looking picture where you can actually see your face, not like a picture where we can barely see you and you're like really far away. So you want to make sure you're leveraging LinkedIn to land job opportunities. The other way to access the hidden job market is to really get active. I just did a talk today with an association in Australia, and I was talking about LinkedIn, and a lot of people weren't aware of the power of LinkedIn when it comes to opportunities, especially job opportunities. You don't want to mirror your LinkedIn profile to your resume, because that's impossible to do, because resumes are custom written for one job posting, whereas LinkedIn, you can't customize for one job posting. So you really want to focus on understanding who you're targeting, what is your expertise, what have you mastered throughout your career, what type of problems you're an expert in solving, and then design your LinkedIn profile to say, I'm an expert in X that helps you generate X results. The key to landing job opportunities fast is to really position yourself as an expert. What I like to call it niching down. Niche, find a niche. And the best way to find your niche is to actually pull out a pen and paper and start with your current position or last position you had and write down every single problems you have solved. And then repeat that for the next job and for the next one you had and so on until you've gone through all the jobs you've ever worked in, all the problems you've solved. Now what we want to do is we want to look for the common problems we were solving in all our roles over and over and over, because that is what you've mastered. That's what you're master in. You're master in solving a particular problem because you've been doing it for X years throughout all your job. So mastering something and being an expert in something has nothing to do with years of experience, but it has everything to do with the more you're doing something, the more you're mastering it. So the more you, for example, the more you're solving a one particular type of problems, a similar type of problems, the more you've mastered that. Like I've mastered LinkedIn because every day I'm using LinkedIn. Every day I'm learning about LinkedIn. Every day I'm on this platform, right? So the more I'm using LinkedIn, the more I'm going to master it. So let me know if it makes sense, right? Does it make sense that to be a master equals how often you're doing something? The more you're doing something over and over and over, you're going to master that, which doesn't equal to years experience. So the key to landing interviews faster is to also position you as a master, not a jack of all trades and master of none. You really do want to position yourself an expert and a master in solving a particular type of problem. And it's actually one of the best ways to land six-figure roles. Higher paying salary is positioning yourself as an expert, positioning yourself as a master in solving a particular type of problem. That will always get you job interviews faster. It will always get you land your job offers faster, and it will always be the best way to actually make more money in your career is to start positioning yourself as an expert in X versus saying, I can do everything. Saying I can do everything is not going to land your interviews fast. I think that there's a misconception in that. I think a lot of people feel out of fear that if I don't say I can do everything, companies are going to overlook me. That's actually not true. And it works against you, because when you're saying you can do everything, to the reader, it's not clear what you're actually exceptionally great in doing. So we want to position, again, you want to find out what you're exceptionally great in doing, what you've mastered throughout your career, be it 5 years, be it 10 years, be it 20 years, or be it 3 years you've been working in a career. These strategies are going to help you land interviews like this. Okay? Let me know if you have questions. Type them in the comment section below. I'm a newcomer in Canada. I did master's in cybersecurity and I have 2 years of working experience. I'm looking for a job since 6 months. So if you are a newcomer to Canada, first of all, congratulations on getting a master's in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is in demand, in high demand, especially since COVID happened. And you have 2 years of working experience. So what you want to do is you really want to understand how cybersecurity works in Canada. And the 2 years of working experience you're at, do you have that in Canada or do you have it in your home country? If you have it in Canada, great. You want to leverage that and really ask yourself, in the 2 years, the type of work you've done, the type of problems you've solved when it came to cybersecurity, what is it? What does it look like? So that's where you should want to start. But I do want to know if your 2 years experience is in Canada or in your home country, because then that does matter, to be honest. So let me know. I'm a lead generation expert looking for an agency to work. Looking for a job at work experience, 2 subject matter, 1 welder and gasketerman experience, 4 years KSA, 4 years BD, number 2 garment iron experience of 7 years Malaysia. Okay, so then your success will rely in asking a question to yourself. You say you're looking for work and you have 2 subject matters, right? But I would encourage you to really dig deep and ask yourself, what do you truly desire? Because like welder is something else, and then garment iron experience is totally something else, right? So I would encourage you to spend some time in soul searching on really understanding what does your heart desire. Your success lies in the passion for the work you do. Let me say this one more time. Your success in your career lies in the passion you have for the work you do. Passion. Because when we have passion, we're constantly working on our passion. We're constantly doing our passion. Nobody has to tell us what to do. And that passion also then equals you mastering your passion. So that's the question I will ask you is really understand what is it that you truly desire? What type of work really lights the fire in you? What type of work puts your face, smile on your face internally, outside, as well as, what makes you get up, make you get out of bed every single day. What makes you get out of bed every single day? To engineering with over 9.5 years experience. I've applied lots of jobs to LinkedIn, but I haven't received a single call yet. Okay, so if you're in a similar boat where you're applying to a lot of jobs, but yet you haven't got a single call, I would really encourage you to re-look at your resume. You do want to rewrite your resume. So if you're applying to jobs and you're not landing interviews, the number one problem is actually content of your resume. Because the sole job of a resume when we're using resume to apply to jobs online is to land your interviews. And if that's not happening, we want to really rewrite our resumes. And best advice I can give you is learn the art of writing a resume. I think a lot of people are not investing time in really learning how to write a resume, and a lot of people are looking for quick, fast solutions. And it's why people turn to the internet and take the template. But the problem with that is the template's there for you to manipulate it and make it into your own, versus just taking the template and then adding a couple of keywords and calling it a day. I see a lot of people do this. And my clients have said the same thing, that before they joined my coaching program, they were just using templates that they found online and just tweaked some words and called it a day. Whereas I walked them through a process called career journals to really analyze their entire career, document what they've done, every little thing, to really understand who they are as a professional, what they're really bringing to the table, what type of problems they're an expert in solving, type of problems they've solved, what type of problems they've actually mastered in solving, to then really understand how they can position themselves. The key isn't how fast you can write a resume, to be honest. I know a lot of people are just looking for quick solutions, but your success in your job search really, really lies in really getting to know who you are, what your expertise are, what type of problems you're an expert in solving, how companies can benefit from you, ROI, return on investment, how you make company money, how it all, bottom line, I will be honest, comes down to money. You got to speak money language, because that's what companies understand, because it all comes down to money. Companies are in the business to make money, profits. They need talent to make that happen. So you really need to understand the money, how you contribute money. So if you can if you know how you can generate money for a company and speak the money language, I guarantee you'll always land a job, always, and get paid whatever you want. It's crucial to understand those things. Okay, let's open the floor up for questions. I hope my steps has added value to you and how you can speed up and leverage the fall season to fall hiring season. We're in fall hiring season, full-fledged. You're going to start seeing a lot of jobs popping up, a lot of companies hiring. If they're not already hiring, you will see in the next couple of weeks, you'll see an ample hiring spurge going on. and you want to really leverage this opportunity to really capitalize on and land your next job opportunity within 60 days or less. Okay, so those, I just want to take a pause as I wait for you guys to submit your questions. If you want to speed up your results and you don't want to play the guessing game, you don't want to spend hours learning and figuring out for yourself, you don't want to spend hours going on YouTube videos, you don't want to spend hours searching on the internet on how to write a resume or how to put a LinkedIn profile together, how to negotiate, or how to crack the interviews, what you can do better in the interviews. If you don't want to spend hours of your time figuring things out and you just want someone to show you exactly step by step what to do and you can land interviews like this and land job offers like this, I do have a coaching program. It is actually for experienced career professionals. I've been running this program successfully for about 5 years, and it's designed to help you. Not only is it designed to help you land job interviews faster and job offers, but it's truly designed to help you make more money in your career. My clients who have worked with me through this coaching program have actually doubled to triple their salaries all within 60 days. We're talking about people who have increased their salaries by 40K to all the way to 100K. Like I had a client that was making 52K and within 35 days landed a job opportunity for 130K. She nearly tripled her salary. That's truly the results you can get from working with me as an expert who will walk you through exactly what you need to do and strategize with you. I'm your partner throughout your entire job search, as well as the great community with the coaching program. Not only do you get me, you're supported by a great community, like-minded people just like you. So if you just tired up the guessing game, you're tired of being undervalued, you're tired of being overlooked, you're tired of being underpaid, and you truly want to make six figures and you truly want to make more money than you're getting paid right now, the key isn't going to be just have a great resume and apply to jobs online, right? It requires us really analyzing to understand who you are and the type of problems you're an expert in solving. And then we can brand a position and launch you into the market, as well as knowing who to market you to. Because here's the thing, not all company needs you. Not every single employer out there needs you. So we need to figure out who needs you and market you to them. And number two is we don't want to just apply to jobs or market ourselves to every employer. We only want to market. If you truly want to make more money in your career and you want to make six figures, the key is to only go after those companies that will pay you six figures. Don't waste your time on any other employers who will not pay you your worth, right? So if you want to make six figures, like no company out there will just give you six figures. You have to prove to them the ROI they're going to get from hiring you. And the key is to also position yourself as an expert. I'm going to drop the link to my coaching program that has been successfully been helping hundreds of career professionals make more money in their career. So I've dropped the link. Feel free to okay, I don't know why the link didn't go through. I'm going to drop the link again. And feel free to go to my website. This is a direct link to my coaching program. There you go. This is a direct link to my coaching program. There is a cost. There is a fee for this coaching program. My coaching program is not free. The fee is $5,000 US. I do offer a payment plan where you can split the payments either 4, 7, or 12 months installments, payment installment plan. Just like think of it like financing a car. When we finance a car, we have to make those monthly payments. That's exactly what I do offer as an option. Okay, let's take these questions. What is an ATS and how is it work? Okay, great question. ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System. I did explain a little bit how it works in the beginning of the segment. So think of it as a filing cabinet kind of thing. So one aspect of applicant tracking system is to track all incoming resumes. Number two thing it's designed to do is when there's a job opening, a recruiter HR or utilize the applicant tracking system to post a job and then tell it how to screen the incoming resumes. In the simplest format, that's how I can explain it. So the candidates get ranked. You may want to watch this video from the beginning to where I did explain it. Companies are using applicant tracking system. 99% of companies out there use an applicant tracking, some type of form of applicant tracking system. I'm a computer engineer who finished postgrad in the mobile solutions development last month. What should be my main focus on landing a tech job in the next 30 minutes? In the next 30 minutes. Wow, ambitious. 30 minutes will not be all that you need to land a job. But if you just finished a postgrad mobile solution development last month, if you want to, I would ask you, Shivam, have you done internships? What's your work experience look like? What type of, you said you did postgrad, like, did you work and then went and got a postgrad, or did you did an undergrad and then went and got a postgrad? So that information would really help me to better assist you. So I need some details. So let's say you got a undergrad and then you went and did a postgrad and you have zero work experience. What will really set you apart is, I don't know if you've done this, but the type of clubs you were involved in your undergrad to your postgrad, the type of projects you've been working on, the type of internships you've done. I think a lot of students misunderstand internships, and they think that if they're in a co-op program, that's only when they can do internships. That's not true at all. You can do internships throughout your entire program. You don't have to be in co-op program to do internships. So I think that's going to play a huge factor in you landing a job is, have you done internships? Let me know in the comment section if you've done any internships or you have any work experience. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, please feel free to listen to the beginning of the session. I am doing Q&A now. I will go through everyone's questions and answer them. If you have questions, feel free to drop them below in the comment section and I will answer them. I know there's a little bit of a delay from StreamYard to LinkedIn. So I'm gonna stick around for a few more minutes just to see if there's any more incoming questions that are coming in. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask me by typing them below in the comment section. If anybody wants to speak with me directly, I might open an invitation where I will drop the link and you can hop on this live call. I do have a YouTube channel called GKM Coaching, just like my company name. So you can go to YouTube called GKM Coaching and you can go through all the video content that's available on the YouTube channel, especially under the tab called Live. You can watch all the previous lives. I've done segments on how to crack the hidden job market, what is an applicant tracking system, how to get your resume past the applicant tracking system. There's tons of 2 years worth of videos on my YouTube channel called GKM Coaching. Okay, so last call for questions. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them below in the comment section and I will answer them. Last call, guys. Okay, I don't see any more questions. Thank you for tuning in. If you need any further assistance, again, I have a YouTube channel. You can directly go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to GKM Coaching. That's the YouTube channel. I write tons of LinkedIn content. Feel free to follow me on LinkedIn. Hit the bell notification so that you don't miss out on any content that I post on LinkedIn. And I do also run LinkedIn audio events that kind of like schedule last minute. I'm trying to get better at scheduling those in advance. It's just all about when the time permits. I do run a coaching program called Land Six Figure Job Offers in 60 Days. I have dropped the link in the chat. Feel free to grab it, and you can go to my website to read all about the program. And there is a fee. It's $5,000 US. There's an option to do a payment plan as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked this segment. If you have found my segment valuable, please let me know in the comment section, and tag a friend or colleague who can benefit from this session. So please let me know in the comment section how my segment today has helped you. I love hearing from people how my work is making an impact in their lives, or how my segments make an impact in your life. So please let me know in the comment section. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Bye.